Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Poedagar 952. Let's start off with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Top Hell TL025G. I'm trying to decide whether or not to put this up for sale or not, since this is my only ST1901 powered watch. I probably will. And Grogu's wearing my Squally 1521, and I'm definitely not selling that one. Grogu said that Princess Leia finally restored Han Solo's blanket pardon and took him off house arrest. She says she was sick of him always at the house hogging the TV remote, watching reruns of The Office when she wanted to watch The Real Housewives of Mos Eisley. Let's take a look at the watch. It comes in a box, but the box doesn't close very well. So this box is kind of pointless anyway. There's really nothing to the box. And the watch doesn't fit it because the watch doesn't bend over well. But here it is, the Poedagar 952. Let me move the hands to a more pleasant position. All right, there it is. And look at the bottom here. It says, keep up with global fashion. I love it when the Chinese put broken English on the watch dial. I've had quite a few Poedagars on my channel. This 952 resembles a Hublot Classic Fusion, which retails for $7,900. This 952 costs about $15. Hublot has been the Swiss luxury watchmaker that was fashionable to hate, but a certain YouTuber has taken it to such extreme that I can't help but have sympathy for the brand, who is just out there trying to sell some watches. This Poedagar 952 is a simple quartz watch with a day-date complication with a glass crystal and chrome-plated case. It is a big watch, measuring at least 45 millimeters at the case, but it is not excessively heavy. It doesn't feel big and bulky. This 952 comes in a whopping 10 different colorways. You have black, blue, green, or silver dials and chrome-plated or gold-toned cases. That makes up 8 of them. The blue or green come with a matching strap. If black is your thing, then you can have a black case with either black or blue dials. The watch is 41.9 millimeters if you measure at the bezel, but 45.3 millimeters if you measure at the case. It really doesn't have lugs, but it's 51.2 millimeters long. It's 12 millimeters thick, and the lug width does not apply, but it's 25 millimeters where the strap meets the case, and it tapers down to 22 at the buckle. And it weighs 76 grams on the supplied rubber strap. Yes, I know it looks like it's leather, but it's really rubber. The bezel is a chrome-plated alloy with brushing. The vertical brushing of these type of watches is fairly common. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't look very well chrome-plated. Whenever you have coarse brushing and chrome-plated, it just doesn't look good. Then we have the dial. We have a rehat with minute markers and a little cutout for the indices. And then we have the Poedagar name and logo applied up top. And then on the bottom, as I said earlier, keep up with global fashion. A little broken English there. And then we have the dial has a sunburst effect. Then we have baton indices with a double at the 12. And once again, there's little cutouts on the rehat. And then we have the hands. We have fence post, minute and hour hand. And there is a little skeleton section at the base. And then we have a second hand with no loom or anything or counterbalance. And then we have the 3 o'clock day date. And as you can see, the day date doesn't take up any room of the index there. And then we have a unsigned push-pull crown. Crown actions doesn't feel too loose. And let's see if we have that annoying minute hand jump. No, we don't. So that's always nice. Now, granted, this isn't super tight. You still have to be careful. And then we have a flat mineral glass crystal. You don't get sapphire at this price. Nothing wrong with the crystal. I prefer flat to domed. I think there's just less reflection. And then we have the case. The case is chrome plated. and it looks nice enough. And as you can see here, there's these little plastic things here and here. And then we have the case back. Let me clean off my smudges. It says stainless steel back, which is a good tell that the rest is not. Then it says water resistant. Then it says 3 ATM. So yes, you just get your basic 30. Underneath the case back is the SL28 quartz movement. This is a decent enough quartz movement for watches in this price range. I do like it because most of the time I can usually set it without an annoying minute hand jump. But it's a simple day date. And I forgot to check, does this day date even have the second language? No, it's all English. Okay, all English. Then we have the strap. Once again, the strap looks like it's leather, but it's really rubber. And as you can see, the leather part, which I'm sure is a synthetic leather, is just stitched into the top of the strap just to make it look leather, but it's not. Now the keepers, on the other hand, are made of that fake leather stuff, and they're both floating. And I'm fine with floating keepers. It's just easier. You have that one fixed one, and then you always have to bend the strap to get it in. Then we have the notches. They're close together. And this strap, though, it's integrated, so you're kind of stuck with it. If you don't like this strap, then don't buy this watch because you're not going to change it. And then we have the buckle. Buckle is signed, and it's a decent enough buckle. The prong's not all floppy. And if you want to change it or put on a deployment class, it's 22 millimeters here. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. That looks nice. That wears nice. This is a big watch, but it's not heavy. And it seems to wear nice and flat on the wrist. So I think you can pull this off as long as your wrist is at least 7. If your wrist is much smaller than 7, you might want to consider a different watch. I only have 2 notches left, though, which is unfortunate. But there is quite a bit of room to poke another hole if you have to. But once again, you're not changing this strap if you don't like it. Here we are in the loom room. There is no reason to expect this Poedagar is going to have good loom, but we'll see if it is at least so-so. As we step the time, the indices begin to fade fairly fast, but at least the hands are a bit stronger. This is not good loom, but I've seen a lot worse. What I like about this watch, it looks and wears nice. The second hand hits the marks. You can set it without the annoying minute hand jump as long as you're careful. And there's plenty of color choices. What are my gripes and groans? The strap is too short, and you're not going to be able to change it if you need it to be longer. The loom is just bad. And it's got this dumb text on the very bottom. Keep up with global fashion. Do I recommend this watch? Sure, unless you're one of those Hublot haters. But then if you are, you probably didn't watch this review anyway. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Poedagar 952, and I'll be back with another review. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link, and I'll get a tiny commission. But those tiny commissions do add up. And I went ahead and cashed in my commission, and I'm not getting that Steinhardt I've been talking about. Instead, I got a Suggest fully automatic chronograph. Just came out on AliExpress, and I just figured that would be a much more useful review than the Steinhardt that everybody's already reviewed. And I'd like to thank my Members Choice members. Here they are, not very many of them, and I don't know what's going on, but the Members Choice watch I ordered has been delayed and delayed and delayed, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to cancel it and order another one. Bye.